Help me meal prep as a mom of 4 as we prep for our first week back to school. I started off with some high-protein ranch dip with some veggies. If you've never blended cottage cheese with ranch powder and sometimes a little milk, it makes the best ranch dip that you don't have to feel bad about. Then I cut up a bunch of veggies. If you don't have this knife cutting board in one so you don't have to do so many dishes, it's a definite must-have. These stainless steel containers are my favorite for at home or for my kids to throw in their lunch boxes. They're a great size and leak-proof from the lids. Next, it was on to homemade granola, which is actually my husband's favorite thing I meal prep. It's a pretty simple recipe and honestly tastes exactly like a Chewy bar when you're done. We like to keep ours like crumbled granola, but you can also press these into bars and cut it up to make granola bars. Once it's done, we put it in the fridge to set for a little while, then cut the bars or crumble the granola, and this can be stored at room temperature or in the fridge. I put some of the granola in these little snack containers with some yogurt so we would have these ready for school lunches. These containers are great because they even have a spot for the spoon on the lid. The rest of it went into a container and stored in the fridge. Next was our weekly batch of Uncrustables, and I went with simple PB&J, and I always add chia seeds for a little extra. I use a simple cookie dough scoop to put this on the bread. The medium size never fails for the perfect amount of filling. Then we use the Uncrustable cutter to cut everything out, and of course I'm going to remind you to save the crust for the next recipe. These are a game changer to make ahead, and we store them in the freezer, then just pop them in their lunches and they'll be thawed by lunchtime. Then so my kids can prep their own lunches, I labeled the container with a water dissolving label. Next we are on to using the crust. This week I made strawberry French toast cups and they were seriously so good. It was a pretty simple French toast mixture with cut up strawberries, and it's a perfect way to use up all of that crust. These can be stored in the fridge, but honestly most of the time I do a breakfast for dinner situation when I make these so they're used up right away. To bake them I put my favorite muffin tin liners, then put a scoop in, put them in the oven at 350 and you're ready to go. It's so simple but you're going to love them. Next, a couple other things for school lunches. We absolutely love this wrap maker, and I knew I wanted to prep some that could be eaten cold. I went with some turkey pimento wraps. Once everything's in, just fold it up and put a toothpick in to seal it. I also made a few that are buffalo chicken because I know my 8-year-old will absolutely love these. This was just cheese, shredded chicken, some buffalo sauce, and some ranch. Again, once everything's in, you take off the mold, then fold it up, and you can easily eat this cold or hot. If you're more of a hot food kind of a person, you can easily throw these in the microwave or the air fryer. They turn out great. Then I put these in paper bags and I labeled them so they could find what they were looking for. And again, don't forget to use the scraps. We made little tortilla chips this time. The last recipe this week were pasta cups. This is a great one to reheat at home for lunch or dinner, or you can send them in their lunchbox. Line the muffin tin with breadcrumbs, then fill it with a mixture of cheese, pasta, and ground turkey, then bake them up and they're super delicious. Enjoy!